What's going on, Guardians? TBL here, and we're back once again for this week's TWAB, the This Week at Bungie weekly blog for the week of February 22nd, 2018. This time around, we get to hear from Senior Design Lead Tyson Green talking about the upcoming Emblem and Aura changes that are set to drop with Destiny Update 1.1.3. Here's what Tyson had to say. Emblems in Destiny have been positioned as a vanity collectible, with a few exceptional and popular emblems that reflect noteworthy achievements. In D2, we started to pivot emblems more towards the latter example by adding stat displays to some of them. Now, we want to go further in the direction of emblems as a means of exposing achievement. For example, the Crucible emblems that advertise wins or your kill-death assist ratio can now be obtained directly from Shaxx after 10 Crucible rep packages, if you didn't happen to get one as a drop earlier. We're also deploying a new emblem that advertises your Crucible kills, which are broken down by class so you can see who finds themselves in your crosshairs most often. Now second, we're collapsing auras into emblems and removing them as standalone items. This means that existing raid, trials, and new Nightfall emblems will provide the existing aura effects to players, and future emblems can also roll out new effects. These auras are conditional. For example, you still have to go flawless or do a prestige clear to activate them. And some of these auras will also come with fireteam bonuses, so when they see that aura over you, they know exactly who's giving them a benefit. And personally, I like that. They discussed a few weeks ago that they're going to be changing up the aura system just a bit and adding special effects to some of them. So, you know, if you, they're going to be tying this to Nightfall strikes and whatnot and normal strikes. So if you run Pyramidion really well, you get a high score in that and whatnot, and you earn that emblem with the aura tied to it. While that aura is active while you're in that strike, you're going to be dropping more tokens for the people who are playing with you. This is the kind of change I wanted to see coming to the aura system, because it kind of, I mean, even auras in Destiny 1 weren't really that big. You know, your head lit on fire whenever you completed the Nightfall for that week, and you got bonus EXP. That was cool enough. In Destiny 2, auras kind of felt like a little bit of an afterthought. They didn't really do anything. In my opinion, they don't look as cool as the flaming head from D1, so I'm glad to see that they're changing it up a bit. Overall, I think it's just a pretty good change. Anyways, moving on. Lastly, we're introducing variants to some emblems. That's right, we're going to have emblem variants. If an emblem indicates high achievement and lots of players use it, we didn't want that to mean that everyone necessarily looks the same. But we still want achievement emblems to be recognizable as such. Variants are being introduced to allow visible achievement without losing the recognizable identity of the emblem. And to that end, some variables are going to be unlocked via conditions. The new Crucible Kills emblem unlocks some fun class foe variations after you down 1,000 Guardians of that class. Others are dropped from sources like Destination Chest or Nightfalls, and some of these might be quite rare. Well, I mean, I know some people are going to think that's not really mind-blowing content, but it is adding something else for you to work towards, even if it is something that's just on the visual end like an emblem. Anything that celebrates a player's amount of time invested in the game is definitely still going to get a thumbs up in my book. Anyways, they continue on by saying, an example that ties all of this together are the new Nightfall emblems. Obtained by completing specific Nightfall strikes, these emblems display your highest personal score in that Nightfall. In the future, we hope to display your clan's highest score too. These emblems have several variants each, which drop from that specific Nightfall, but in some cases only above certain score thresholds. These emblems enable a purple Nightfall aura as well as a fireteam bonus to Vanguard token drops, but only if your personal high score is above that global score. And when it comes to setting that global score, they're going to start that off at a value selected from internal playtests, but they do plan to adjust it based on the community's posted scores each time a Nightfall comes around. And that right there is pretty much it for the news coming out about the changes to emblems and auras and whatnot for the Nightfall that are supposed to go into effect next week. I've said multiple times, I love the Nightfall strike scoring system. I'm very happy that's going to be returning, and I really like the idea of having the auras kind of tied to emblems rather than just taking up space on the character select screen. You know, you just push all that over to the emblem equipment screen, allowing you to have a bunch of different auras that you can put on basically whenever you want, so long as you've completed the challenges required to unlock with them. And then of course we got the scoring, the thresholds, and the bonus tokens and all that kind of stuff. This is the kind of in-game grindy customization stuff that I like to see in games like this. The Nightfall scoring update is again going into effect next Tuesday, February 27th, so be sure to stay tuned for the rewards and challenges that are going to be held within that. But alright, so for this one, Guardians, be sure to let us know what you think down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like and make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all of the latest Destiny 2 news. And as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.